Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to Between Horizons. Last time we learned that the sabotage that happened to the ship was in service of a change of course to a different star. Someone doesn't want us going to Eurus D for whatever our mission is. We still don't really know what the mission is, but we're going on it. Well, not anymore, right? Because someone changed course. And now we need to find out. We'll do some investigating, hopefully in service of finding out who caused this to happen. Before we do that, though, we got a comms correspondence from Noelia that says, "Hey Stella, did Chichi run away or something? I swear I saw her in the Inner Hall A earlier on my way to the server room." And this makes me nervous for a couple reasons. One, because it has to do with our lost pet, but two, Noelia is one of our suspects. We know that whoever sabotaged the ship had to have done it from the navigation room, so it's either one of the navigators or one of the engineers, and Noelia is not a character we heard about until she came up on our suspect list. So this kind of smacks of bait, doesn't it? I'm definitely going to take it, though, because Chichi is my pet, and I can't let anything happen to her. But I know it's a bad idea. Alright, she's in Inner Hall A, right? On her way to the server room, so, like, over here? Oh, she's right there. Chichi! There you are. Come here, girl. What's the matter? Where are you going? Ugh, great. She must be really scared. I'll run into her again. It's probably going to take a few attempts to calm her down. Did she go just to the right? Or is this gonna be like, oh, I have to chase her around the entire ship? Okay. Maybe it wasn't a trap. Maybe this is just a recurring mission. Oh, never mind. There she is. Chichi, why'd you run away from me? Come here, I'll bring you back home. Chichi, wait! God damn it. Next time. Alright, so she is just kind of going in a straight line. Next area. And, I mean, if we just keep going, I'm sure we'll run into her again. No Michio up in his soapbox now? Alright, is there anyone around here I can ask about Chichi? I might have missed her, but I also think it would have gone into a cutscene. If she was there to be found. Oh, I think that's Asher's room. Which I still don't know why exactly it's available to us and not the other suspects on this case. I'll just do a sweep. This is too important. Oh, hey, people I can talk to. Teacher Mariola, Teacher Simon, how are you holding up? Chief, we are still in shock but physically okay. We just finished going around the bunks to check on all the kids. Seems like they're all accounted for, thankfully. Most of them are actually in better spirits than I thought. I guess they haven't depleted all their optimism yet. That's dark, Chief. Sorry. Have you seen... Let's see. Have you seen Chichi? No? Okay. Mayhaps she is not around here. I mean, she's gotta be somewhere in this area, right? If they hide her behind the the shrubs. That would make me real angry. I would really like to live in one of these bunks, honestly. They look real nice. Alright. If she's not over here, she's probably not in this wing. So... was that someone I could talk to? No. I guess... the next thing I do is head over to the navigation room, or to talk to the sergeants. Yeah. Where is navigation? Up here, perhaps? I can only imagine it would be near the captain, right? So, Brig. Oh, is Louise still there? Stella, what the hell is going on? Louise, why did you throw me back in here? Louise, I had nothing to do with that decision. I got knocked out cold. I know, I was there. I'm glad you're back up on your feet. But I want to see what's going on out there. I want to help. You're the first person to come in here today. Can you please let me out? Alright, is this going to be a choice? I won't go against my sergeants on this. I know you were cooperating, but this whole ordeal is far from resolved. Fine. Can I at least get my rations? I'm starving. Of course. I'm sorry they're keeping you waiting. There's a lot going on. I'm putting a notice out right away. Have you heard from Xena? They told me she's okay. Good. Luis, I need you to stay put here. We're working things out as fast as possible. If you know anything that can speed up our investigation, now's the time to tell me. I told you everything. Okay. What is this room? Like, high security holding? Seems nasty to me. Elevator. Over here? Navigation. Okay. Is this its whole own wing? Navigation room. Conference room. Okay. Maybe I should check the conference room first. Chichi, stop! This one's on me. I definitely scared her away. I need to take a different approach next time. Well, that's certainly not where I would have looked otherwise. Oh, there's Talia. Probably doesn't want to talk to me right now. Wants me to get on with my work. Alright. Here's everyone I need to talk to. I'm gonna scan this place first. What's that? Painkillers. A pack of painkillers is lying under the table. They're prescribed to Teacher Simon. How did they get here? Navigator Joseph, how are things going? Chief, I'm so sorry about this whole mess. We're still locked out of our system. Somebody must have done this on purpose. We'll continue trying to regain control, but it's proving to be very complicated. Good luck. Please contact the sergeants immediately if you make any progress. I will, Chief. Do you have any idea what went down here leading up to the incident? I'm sorry, Chief. I hadn't been there for hours prior to the attack. I was out celebrating Arrival Day. Can anyone corroborate that? Engineer Farrad and I were talking to Dr. Yaha when the power outage happened, and in the hour leading up to it. So we weren't in here at all that day? As far as I know, nobody was supposed to be in here that day. Thank you, Navigator Joseph. Navigator Orland, have you had any success regaining control over your systems? Not yet. Can I ask you some questions about the events that transpired here around the time of the power outage? Afraid not, Chief. What? Why not? I believe we haven't formally met ever since you inherited your father's job. Didn't answer his questions, won't answer yours. Why? And why is that? I have my reasons, it's a long story. Do you know what the stakes are right now? I can't help but feel like you might be involved in this mess. If you want to clear your name, you better start answering my questions now. Tell you what, Chief, maybe we got off on the wrong foot here. This guy's got the right idea. Never talk to cops. You're not your old man, so maybe this is my chance that someone will finally look into this for me. What are you talking about? I was framed for a crime 20 years ago. I originally joined the mission of farmer. After the verdict, I was barred from working another day in my job. I was forced to swap places with a navigator. I wasn't allowed to see my biological child anymore. They all failed me. The crew, security, William. That's why I won't help you. So you want me to reopen the case, clear my name. Even if I wanted to, you haven't given me a lot to go by. I don't even know what you were charged with. Ask Sergeant Adelrich. He had a front row seat when it all went down. Fine. I'll give him a call and see what we can do. Oh, we're going right now? Yes, Chief? Sergeant, I'm in the navigation room looking into the power outage. I just had a chat with Navigator Orland. He's not answering my questions. He said he'll talk to me if we reopen a case from... Is he serious? I'm afraid so. Now? He wants us to reopen his case now? It sounded like he's been wanting this for a long time, but he sees an opportunity now. Chief, this will take a while to look into. Maybe I'll find something. Just send me the old file. If you wish, but in my professional opinion, we shouldn't spend too much time on this. I'll send you a message and attach the case records. So you know what this is about? There's only one case he could be talking about. Well, two. But they're connected, you'll see. One more thing. If you're really going to look into this, you need access to the farm. I'm granting it to you now. It's above the hospital in the bio area. You can reach it via the elevator. Thank you, Sergeant. New evidence fertilizer? Oh my god. Okay. So we have a new case. 2 new cases. Painkillers. Who brought the painkillers to the navigation room? Okay. And who used the fertilizer in the makeshift explosive? Okay. That's quite a crime. Alright. A file about Orland's criminal case from about 20 years ago. This file says Farmer Orland was found guilty of using an explosive to gain access to his ex-partner Zena's bunk in the residential area during a custody battle over their biological child, Luis. Alright, this is Luis's father. The most damning piece of evidence was a fertilizer used in the makeshift explosive only accessible to Farmer Orland and his colleague, who had an alibi. My dad was chief at the time, and Sergeant Adelrich was his right-hand man. Orland was found guilty and transferred to the navigation room, where he no longer has access to dangerous chemicals. He was also put under a temporary restraining order against Zena and Luis. Okay. Fertilizer. A plant fertilizer only accessible to a very few people working on the farm floor. Sergeant Adelrich sent me this record. The fertilizer was allegedly used in a makeshift explosive by Navigator Orland, who worked as a farmer at the time. What was the explosive for? Oh. To gain access to Zena's bunk. Okay. All the plants we eat in the Zephyr are grown here. They also breed animals, but we only keep them as pets. Is that where we'll learn what Chichi's deal is? Like, what kind of animal she is? Navigator Joseph was with Engineer Farid and Dr. Yaha. The sticker on the back says they were prescribed to Simon. He's a teacher, so how did they end up in the navigation room? Alright, and who else do I need to talk to? Eric? Asher? And Noelia. But where would I find them? Where can I find your daughter, sir? Do you know where I can find Engineer Eric or Navigator Noelia? They helped us out of the navigation room for a while earlier, until we ran into a problem with access rights that can only be fixed down in the server room. That makes sense. Noelia said she was down there. So now they're in the server room in the inner hall A? I think so, yes. Okay. I'll go there next. Ooh, boy, we have a lot to do. I like it. Actually, I can probably just get there fastest this way, rather than by fast traveling. There's an elevator right here. You know, I was thinking about something that kind of pissed me off earlier, so I'm really enjoying this game, but I was a little put off from it by the fact, like before I bought it, I was put off from it by the fact that these developers, or maybe the publisher, I'm not sure who's responsible for this, they have a tendency to embellish in their like Steam page descriptions. Like their previous game, Lacuna, sounded really cool, but I was very turned off by the fact that they were so smug about how, oh, they took all the problems in point-and-click adventure games and made them better. And, like, that really ticked me off as someone who likes point-and-click adventure games and also doesn't like smugness. This game seemed cool enough for me to just put that aside, but there are still some things they brag about on the store page that seem very overblown. For instance, they called this game a Metroidvania because there are doors that start off locked and later become unlocked so you can explore more areas. And I'm like, that's not what a Metroidvania is. A door becoming unlocked, that does not make a Metroidvania. I'm sorry. I'm not complaining about the fact that it's not a Metroidvania. I hate those. But I don't know. I just don't say your game is something it isn't. Okay. Oh, Chichi's here. Like a Metroidvania, you specifically need like abilities to open new areas, right? It's not just you have a key, or even worse, someone gives you a key and now you have access to more areas. That's not what that is. But they said Metroidvania because people love Metroidvanias and they knew that would draw people in. Alright. Chichi. Okay, stay cool. Chichi! Look at her eyes. Chichi! Fuck. Okay, that was probably creepy. How long have you had this pet? Jeez, you'd think you'd be better with it by now. Navigator Noelia, Engineer Eric, what are the two of you doing down here? Hey, Chief. Just trying to get to the bottom of a problem with the navigation. The system isn't letting us do things we should be able to do. Why are you fixing it here? We hit a wall attempting to fix it up in the navigation room, so now we're trying something more fundamental down here. Quite complicated to explain, and it's a shot in the dark, honestly. Well, fingers crossed. Anything interesting to be seen here? I should probably, like, ask them about stuff. Although what would there be to ask about? Okay. Who's your father? You have nothing to say about your father? Okay. Yeah, we don't really have a lot of evidence linked to this case. I found something strange up in the navigation room. Have either of you seen this box of painkillers before? Can't say that I have, Chief. Me neither, sorry. Is it important? It's suspicious because it was prescribed to Teacher Simon. He shouldn't have access to that room. He doesn't. Never saw him there. Have you, Eric? No, of course not. Huh, okay. Case updated. Eric and Noelia both claim they didn't know anything. Why can't I read to the bottom of this comm from Adelrich? Only 2 people had access to it and the other person had an alibi. Who were the 2 people? Alright, I mean, I should probably ask Orland about the evidence, and I need to ask those two, or Joseph at least, I need to ask them about the painkillers. But I should probably, like, look into all the stuff involving the main case first. Actually, I'm right here. I'll do it right now. Or maybe I'll talk to the sergeants. Where would the sergeants be? In here? No, that's the captain's office. No Elias. No one in here. Yeah. Okay. I think the only room up here would be William's room. Is there someone I could talk to over here? No. That's just stairs. Where am I looking for? The security office. Right. Oh, right. And I need to find the elevator again on this side. Come on, run. Oh, it's not even showing the cool hologram anymore. That stinks. Loved that thing. Here. Security office. Oh, I thought that person was crushed under there. No, he's fixing it. Okay. Sergeants, Captain Talia said you would clue me in about our next steps. Yes, Chief. You suspected that paper was being stolen from the activities room at the museum. So we had Engineer Isaac surveil their recyclers specifically. This morning, he informed us that an unusually large amount of paper was recycled at the museum's break room. We suspect that whoever kept stealing paper over the last few weeks got cold feet and dumped it all. Interesting. Do you have the exact time of this happening? Precisely 11:13 this morning. It should be noted that the break room is only accessible to the museum staff. It connects to the museum hall and the activities room. To prevent the public from barging through, the room has keycard scanners installed on both sides, so it sounds like we were right about the activities room. You have clearance, so the doors will open for you without a card, and there won't be new entries in the log when you pass through. There are no signs of a break-in, and the museum is closed anyway as they're assessing the damage. The entrance to the activities room already broke during the power outage, and we're positive that nobody used it since. So you're saying the person who recycled the paper this morning must be Devron, Baptiste, or Ocean. They're all at the museum now. We know all those names. Devron. I said Devron. Why did I say it like that? We told them you'll come over to ask some questions. Just to get an overview of the situation at the museum. Not sure if they bought it. Doesn't historian Michio technically have access too? He should, but you know him. He hasn't shown up for work in a long time. So his access was actually revoked a while ago. Good work. I'll go and have a look around. Alright. I could ask Adelrich about the farm thing, but oh, there's so much to do. Paper trail. Who put the paper in through the recycler? Who used the fertilizer? Who brought the painkillers? Those are the things I'm concerned about. I'm gonna go to the navigation room and ask a few more questions up there. Ask Joseph about the painkillers and ask Orland about his case. I found this box of painkillers under a table right over there. Do you know whose it is? Let me see. It's not mine. And I don't remember anyone else taking painkillers around here. Has Simon ever been in here? The teacher? No, of course not. I see, thank you. Okay. Orland. I had Sergeant Adelrich send me the case file. Much appreciated, Chief. Okay. Do you have anything to say about it? I'm sure you recognize this substance? I do. Used to work with it every day, that part's true. But I sure as hell didn't use it to break into anyone's bunk. Alright, I should ask you about Xena. About your ex-partner, Xena. You believe you were unjustly convicted. Do you think she had an active part in that? Absolutely, I do. You think she set you up or conspired with someone who did? Look, I don't have proof, but don't you think the timing was a little odd? The custody battle over our son wasn't going her way. Just as the ethics committee doesn't rule the way she wants, this new allegation is made against me. Why would I break the law and ruin things for myself? I had everything to lose and nothing to gain. I told them the same, but they wouldn't hear it. Okay. And about Luis? Okay, you don't know how your son concerns you? Okay. Oh, so much for me to do. What was just updated? Orland claims that the custody battle was going his way, so he had no motive to commit the crime. So, is Xena the other person that we're thinking could have done this? I don't know. Okay. I need to check out the farm. And I need to go talk to Simon about the painkillers. Oh my god, there's so much I need to do. Painkillers, setup, paper trail. I'll probably check out the paper trail last. I love that there are so many of these cases going on at one time. But it's overwhelming. Okay. Where am I closest to? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm closest to. Because I have fast travel. I want to go to the farm. I want to check this place out. And there's a doctor I need to ask about Joseph's alibi. Oh my gosh, there's so much. I love it. Pretty. Ooh. Look at those bubbles in the tank. Are these alien plants or Earth plants? Oh my god, that is mesmerizing, those polygonal bubbles. Oh, I love it. Chichi! What the hell is your problem? I kind of had a suspicion she would be up here. Got angry again, my bad. Oh my god, this is beautiful. There's a guy, Umberto. Oh. This place is huge, I love it. Nava. And there's command, okay. I'll talk to the people. Farmer Nava, are you holding up okay in here? So far, so good, Chief. The plants don't seem to be all that damaged, that's the most important thing. Good. How come you're visiting the farm? Just checking in on everyone? It's for a case. A case leads me here, actually. Really? Are you investigating the ring failure? Did someone do it on purpose? No, it's not that. Long story. I might have some questions for you. For me? Sure, ask away. How well do you know Navigator Orland, if you don't mind me asking? We haven't talked much in many years, honestly. Of course I knew him well as a kid. I basically grew up around here when he was still a farmer. Are you familiar with Engineer Xena's case against him? Of course, that's why he left. It was a big drama, but I was still very young when it happened. I went over the files. The most pertinent piece of evidence against him was a chemical compound used in a makeshift explosive. Hypothetically, is it possible that someone other than Orland or your father could have accessed this fertilizer? Well, we're not allowed to give them out, and we keep a very strict inventory nowadays. Nowadays? My dad once told me it wasn't always as strict, but the chemicals were always meant to be used by farmers exclusively. Is it possible that he gave some of them away here and there? I can't say for sure, but Rose begged him all the time, and he always turned her down as far as I know. That's where the flowers are going to come in. The flowers that we scanned in Rose's bunk, because she uses the fertilizer for flowers. Rose, it makes sense, she's obsessed with her plants. In any case, if my dad ever snuck out chemicals, it certainly ended a year ago. Because that's when he died, yes. Okay, who is your father? Her father, Farmer Dorian, died a year ago. Okay. Rose. I can talk to Rose. Did I ask her about the fertilizer? It's a fertilizer we use pretty frequently in here. I guess we just asked Orland. Maybe my dad didn't follow the rules to a T. I thought maybe Chichi would have run farther in here because this is where they breed animals, but maybe not. Farmer Umberto, how are things going up here? Could be better, could be worse, Chief. Nava and I were hurt at all. We got lucky. One of our tanks was toppled over. It's too heavy to lift for the two of us, but backup is on the way. The plants are taking it surprisingly well so far. We don't anticipate a disruption in the supply chain. Took a while to mop up the water and soil, though. I hope we didn't clog the recycler. Now the chaos in this place is almost back to its original state. That sounds good. I was a little worried about the food supplies. Farmer Umberto, I'm looking into this old case involving Navigator Orland. You're talking about that really old one? The one that resulted in you trading places, yes. That's a surprise. Why are you telling me? Do you believe he's guilty of the crime he was convicted of? Chief, I really don't know why you believe I know the answer to this. I only know that he claims to be innocent to this day. Do you believe him? At least he never lied about anything else to me. Okay. Are you familiar with this substance? Of course I am. Use it almost daily. Does any of it ever leave the farm floor? We're not allowed to take it away from your chief. Are there any measures in place to ensure this? It's just a rule, but I promise we never break it. Not even once, maybe years ago? Not since I transferred here from the navigation room, to my knowledge at least. Okay. Where are the animals? I want to see the animals. Let's look at these bubbles again. Ooh. Oh, I love them. Alright, so that was the farm. Father Umberto seems to trust Navigator Orland. Okay. Now what? Since we're in the bio wing, we should go try and talk to Yaha, right? Chichi! I'm really not sure what to do with you. What's the problem? Don't you want to go back? I guess that's a no. Who is this? That's Justina. Was Yaha the one who was with the boy? Yaha, yes. Dr. Yaha, I have a quick question for you. What is it, Chief? Where were you at the exact moment the power outage occurred? I was at the bar in the residential area. Who were you with? I was talking to Farid and Joseph. Why do you ask? Just trying to gather some facts about the incident. Thank you. Okay. Dr. Yaha corroborates Navigator Joseph's alibi for the time of the hack. Okay. And Yaha. She has treated me ever since I was a baby. Alright, and who is Farid? An engineer. Also, where is Asher? Could he be in his room? He must be, right? Alright, I'm gonna go to... residential. And I'm gonna talk to Xena if she's there, and I'm gonna see if I can find Asher in his room. Because he was sickly also, isn't that the case? So it makes sense that he would be holed up in his room. And was Xena's room up on the top floor, I think? Yep. It's a mess in here. Xena, there's something I need to ask you about. I've learned about your involvement in a custody battle. Oh, look how hurt she is. Did your father tell you about this? No, Xena. She doesn't seem to be all there. Maybe I can trick her. Anyway, your custody battle with Farmer Orland, right? Yes, what about it? She probably remembers him being a farmer best. This custody battle happened recently. This is awful. We're tricking a woman with dementia? That happened very recently, right? Yes. How did it go for you? Assistant Chief Stella, I don't know if we should be talking about this. What makes you say that? It's just, I think your father has it under control. Of course, I just want to check in on his behalf. So he told you everything? So it's done? Did he use the, William. The thing Dorian gave him for his little tree. The bonsai! Could you fill me in on the plan again? Oh, Stella, I think I said too much. Just tell your father I'm eternally grateful, will you? I will. Thank you, Xena. Hope you feel better soon. Oh, the way she talked about it made it seem like it wasn't above board at all. She thought I was in on it and asked if he used the thing Dorian gave him for his little tree. Dad! Oh. No. The bonsai, the very first thing we ever scanned. It's been in my dad's bunk ever since I can remember. He always liked to brag about it being the only one on the ship. Huh. It's still here 33 years later. Unfortunately, it seems like it started wilting a few months ago. I should go check out the bonsai. I'll go talk to Asher first. And I think his room is on the top as well. Oh, I feel horrible about tricking Xena like that. That's really not a nice thing to do, but I want to know the truth, you know? Oof. Hi there, Asher. Oh, Chief, what are you doing here? A case leads me here. I may have a few questions for you if you don't mind. I'm very tired, Chief. I was just about to go to bed. Had a pretty exhausting shift, I imagine? Very much so, but that's not it. I'm sick, Chief. I've been having to take it slow for a while now. I'm sorry to hear that. Can I ask what the diagnosis is? There isn't really a name for it because it was never a thing back on Earth. The docs have dubbed it interstellar dystrophy. Some people are hypersensitive to the living conditions out here. Seems to be genetic. You know, cosmic radiation, electromagnetic fields, recycled air, artificial gravity. You do have the same sort of pallor as that kid Elliot. It all works together to make you weak and tired and eventually kill you one way or another. Only way to find out if it affects you is to try living in space. I was unlucky. Eric's kid seems to have the same problem. Such a shame to be so sick at that age. I heard about it. Never knew the two of you had the same affliction. Do you mind if I ask you something? Go ahead. You're one of the two engineers who have access to the navigation room, correct? Correct. Were you there around the time of the power outage? No, I was resting right here on my bunk. Like I said, I've been taking it slow. Was anybody here with you? No, I was alone all day. Have you been to the navigation room since the incident? Yes, I headed there a while after the lights came back on. I helped with getting back into the system for as long as I could, but got too tired after a while. Thank you. Get some rest. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Chief. Yeah, we're not gonna bother a sick man. Alright. Asher claims he was home alone for all of arrival day. Nobody can corroborate his alibi for the time around the hack. You work in the navigation room quite frequently, right? I do. I found this box of painkillers under a table there. Have you seen it before? No, I haven't. It says it belongs to Teacher Simon. Is it possible that he lost the box in there? I doubt it. Teachers can't just waltz in there, and they never have as far as I know. That's what I suspected. Thank you. Okay. Now we need to find Simon. Gosh, there's so much to do. After we talk to Simon, I might end it. I mean, I probably will end it. It's been going on for 40 minutes this episode, but... I think he was over in this direction? No. Maybe... a floor below? Yeah, here we are. No, never mind. Is there like a bridge? I know they were in residential, because I found them while looking for Chichi. Maybe other side? Or maybe they were in the public area? I don't remember. Not here. Maybe they were like on the bridge. Over here. Boy. Where are those teachers? Whose room is that I could have entered? Was that Rose's room? Oh, they must have been... Aha. There they are. I found them. Teacher Simon, I need to ask you something. What is it, Chief? Do you ever take painkillers? Painkillers? No, not in years. So you don't know why your name is on this package? What? No, that must be a mistake. I haven't been to the hospital in forever. I assume that's where they come from. Have you ever been to the navigation room? No, never. Alright, thank you. Alright, painkillers. He mentioned that the painkillers I found must have been issued at the hospital, so we have to ask a doctor about them. Alright. A lot of things to check up on. We need to go to the hospital to ask about the painkillers. We need to do this whole thing with the paper and the museum and the activities room. And I think we have our culprit for the fertilizer case. The thing that Dorian gave him for his little tree. Yeah, and I think that there are two things we need to do before I can be absolutely sure of this. I need to go back to William's room and check that bonsai again, scan it again. And I need to go talk to Luis, because he's the only other person attached to this case who we don't really have any input from yet. But it seems like William did something bad. Dad, how dare you? Alright, but we will verify that and come to a final conclusion next time. Until then, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more Between Horizons.